ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the Bandai Limited Movie Monster Series Godzilla Store exclusive Shin Godzilla Moonwhite version. Alrighty, up first, let's take a look at this tag, and I love this tag so much! Next to the heavy paint applications version and Meatloaf Shin, this is probably my favorite tag yet. But anyway, Godzilla 2016, Moonwhite version, Godzilla 2016, Godzilla 2023, Shin Godzilla Movie Monster Series, blah 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 blah. Bunch of stuff on the inside, and that's it. Since this is a Godzilla Store exclusive, we must double sleeve the tag, so we may keep it nice and super fresh. So what's the deal with this guy, right? Why is he all white with some shiny patches on him? What's even the point? I'm sure many of you are asking, and I have this to say. Moonwhite version of Shin Goji over here is actually somewhat of a pseudo-sequel to that of Choco Hedora. For those who don't know, in Japan and a few other territories close to that of Japan, on Valentine's Day, girls give the guys they like chocolate, Choco Hedora. And then a month later, on March 14th, I actually got this before the official day, sweet, the guys need to gift the girls something in return, and boom, White Day Shin Godzilla. Now, I didn't just come up with this general assumption, it was actually pointed out by somebody I follow on Twitter. Her name is Kyoe, and she basically put point A and point B together. The release dates and then some were a little too on the nose for these. So even though it's not called White Day Shin Godzilla, it's called Moonwhite version Shin Godzilla, this is canon. Absolutely. So right up front, you're going to see this guy just isn't all bone white. He's actually going to have a lot of silver strewn about on him. Really glad to see the return of those silver eyes there, Bandai. Much appreciated. Silver eyes on both sides. Love it, love it, love it. And throughout the bottom of the tail, we'll see a silver streak leading all the way up into Godzilla's crotch over here, where more silver or metallic gray will be strewn about on the feet, as you can see. The thighs, the knees, the shins, more of his crotch moving into his torso, and his torso did get quite a bit of it, and it looks awesome. It really does. Look at the shimmer! And I really do like that they left most of this area unpainted while the rest of this is. It really does collide and work together very nicely. And then we move up into the neck over here. Yet again, more of that silver paint with this balancing of white. It looks awesome. If a bit plain, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and suck this thing off and say it's perfect. It is a bit on the plain side, yes. But I'm really digging this. The more I look at it and the more shine that I see, the more impressed I am with it. Granted, I'm not going to try and tell you that this is one of the best Bandai paint jobs we've seen on a movie monster series in ages, but it's still really cool. And I think this helps communicate the whole moon white version, as the moon isn't just all white. I mean, it's barely even white. Yeah, the moon is gray, has two big-ass red eyes, a giant mouth, and it's gonna crash into the land of Termina after 3 days. Come on! Science! So anyway, the tip of the tail is looking pretty nifty with this white and silver paint, although I do wish the silver paint was a little bit more prominent up here. But even I can't deny that this looks pretty cool. Oh, I'm seeing foreign violet colors! And I'm seeing his little face, hey, and a little bit more of some foreign violets in there. What is going on? Who is being painted near him? But anyway, the rest of the tail looks awesome. This trailing in and out of silver paint on this white base looks so very nice. And yet again, Bandai just kind of knock it out of the park when it comes to the dorsal fins, because as you can see, the roots of them are going to be white as they grow into this metallic silver. The balancing here looks really cool. The closer you look at it, this just looks really nice to me. Yeah, the promo really didn't leave much to be desired, and quite frankly, I only got this because I'm a crazed idiot with my wallet and I love Shin Godzilla and want all of the Shin Godzilla variants from the movie monster series. Yeah, there's all that, but now that I have this thing in hand, I'm actually a lot more hyped about it. Like, a lot more hyped about it. I never thought I would ever see an all-white Shin Godzilla with silver paint on him, nor did I really think this would look as cool as it does in hand. And look at how he shines in the light! Oh my god, you know what he actually looks like now that I'm holding him right here? Titan Kaiju actually said it first and it's stuck in my brain since then. This is the legendary McDonald's Sprite Shin Godzilla. Yeah, I can't unsee that when looking looking at this thing up close. Now, the cool thing about this figure is simply that not everything is going to be silver. There is going to be a very stark white, as you're seeing on the legs over here, and that kind of battling it out with this metallic silver over here just really looks cool, and I think aids in the figure's benefit instead of, you know, making it look cheap. I'm actually just really digging it. A lot more than I thought I would. Damn! And of course, this super crisp McDonald's Sprite Shin Godzilla is going to retain all of the amazing details he had when he was originally released in 2016. I'm sure you've all gotten an eye full of all of this already, but yeah, I gotta give it to Bandai. This is still absolutely one of my favorite sculpts from them in recent year. Now, if only we could get a movie-accurate painted version of Shin Godzilla. I'm gonna give Paint and Detail 2 solid stars. I'm honestly surprised. I thought this thing was going to be straight white. And I'm gonna be completely honest, if this thing was just white, I probably would have given it a half a star and just said, hey Bandai, why not add silver to it? And we got it anyway! So now let's move on to articulation, so I'll see you back here in like 3 seconds. The arms can move all the way around. A little bit of a side mission here, but check this arm out. See how it's got like that silver sheen and it looks pretty nice? You flip the arm over and it's just all white. The difference is pretty staggering. Anyway, on both sides, the legs will be able to rotate all the way around on both sides, I'm sure you've guessed. And we're not going to get anything at the tail, nor the midsection of the tail, nor the head. Godzilla's head be looking like a piece of cauliflower. Yeah, articulation's going to get a solid star. It's been the exact same thing with every single repaint and reissue of this mold since 2016. Size comparison time. I can definitely see how the everyday collector wouldn't be all that excited for this. I mean, there really isn't too much going on. But as a massive Shin Godzilla collector, I gotta get them all as they come out. I'm still missing a bunch. The cool little thing about this release is just its attachment to a cultural holiday that I myself don't celebrate. As I explained in the video, I think it's cool that Toho and Bandai are kind of just doing some random stuff here. I mean, I never in my days thought I would ever get a chocolate candied looking Hedorah figure, nor did I ever think we'd get a Godzilla White Day figure, if that's what this thing is officially for, you know? I mean, I can't see it any other way. And yeah, the white paint is a little on the plain side, but the silver really does pull it together, and goddamn that tag, I love it so much. Again, not for the everyday collector, but for anybody who wants another color variant of Shin Godzilla like myself, or just wants a cool little cultural holiday representation figure, this is the figure for you. I wasn't expecting to love this thing like I do. And I do. The bland white and the super silver just looks so cool, and I'm only now noticing that it's on his teeth too. Holy hell. Look at that. Shin Godzilla's got some friggin' grills, and it's working for him. It really, really is. Good stuff there, Bandai. Silver paint on top of the head as well, and more silver paint on the opposite side too. White and silver, it just works for Shin Godzilla, go figure. Any Hoosers, I've been ShinRobjira. Do so hope you enjoyed this. What is this, the 8th time I've made a review on this mold? 9th? And I will be seeing you all on Friday for finally the very first episode of Necathon. Sorry about the delays there, guys and gals. See you then, see you there. Have yourselves a lovely week and or night, day, afternoon. And remember, McDonald's Sprite Shin Godzilla is real. And he could probably hurt you too. Bye.